Diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion is the movement of particles from a high concentration to a lower concentration until they are evenly spread. It occurs in gases and liquids because the particles are free to move randomly all the time. What this means is that if you start with lots of particles in one area and less in another, over time the particles will be evenly spread across the whole area. In this example, we have a beaker of water to which we are adding Ribena. At the moment, the beaker just contains water, and as you can see, the particles are moving around. To begin with, the two liquids will be separate, but over time, the random movement of the particles will cause the two liquids to mix until the Ribena particles are spread out evenly within the water. So now, the mixture is completely even. However, the particles are still moving and the mixture is at equilibrium.
So that's diffusion. What's osmosis? Isn't it the same thing?
No, osmosis is defined as the movement of water molecules from an area of high water concentration to an area of low water concentration across a partially permeable membrane.
But what's a partially permeable membrane?
It's a membrane that allows some particles through, but not others. In this example, the blue water molecules are small enough to fit through the pores in the cell membrane, but the white glucose molecules are too large. Therefore, diffusion of water is possible, but not glucose. So here, we're starting off with the number of glucose molecules being the same on both sides of the membrane. Water molecules are moving around freely, but there is no net movement of water across the membrane. Adding more glucose outside the cell creates a lower water concentration than inside the cell. More water will now move outside the cell than inside, creating a net movement of water to the outside of the cell. This movement will continue until the water concentration is the same both inside and outside the cell.
So does osmosis always happen at the same rate all the time?
No, the rate of osmosis depends on the difference in water concentration across the membrane. So here, the difference in concentration across the cell membrane is quite small, so the movement of water happens at a slow rate. But in this case, the difference in concentration is far larger, and so osmosis occurs at a much faster rate. And now, you all know the difference between osmosis and diffusion.
Yay!